My name is Afouda Samuel, and sometimes in 2017 I did something remarkable that I'm very proud of. That was the year I clocked 30, and God inspired an idea in my mind, and that was Afouda's Hunger Initiative. Afouda's Hunger Initiative was a media campaign to create awareness against hunger. And when I talk about hunger now, I'm not talking of the hunger in a war zone or something like that. No, I'm talking of hunger in the midst of plenty. When you are in school and you are hungry, or when you are just broke momentarily but you were hungry. That's the kind of hunger. And my campaign is two-headed. I want people to be aware that this kind of hunger exists, and for people who are going through it to know that they are not alone. They should speak out, because that was my own that was my own problem. I could not talk, I could not speak out because I was very timid, young guy, when all those things were happening to me. So that was why we had the campaign, and that campaign was not just successful, it really added color to my life. I met some wonderful people during the campaign, and one of them is there behind the camera that is blushing already. Israel Babalola. I met him during the campaign. I met a lot of wonderful people, and of course, like I said, they've added color to my life. So that campaign was hugely successful. In the following year, we still had the second leg. It was also very successful. But now, I'm not bringing back the campaign, but I just remember Afouda's Hunger Initiative and the hunger experiences I've had. One of the ideas I had that year that I could not execute is what I want to bring back this year, and that is sharing funny hunger experiences. We are sharing those stories for two reasons: to let people know that this kind of hunger exists, and anybody that is going through that kind of hunger should know that they are not alone. They should speak out, because almost everyone has gone through it at one time or the other. So I will share my own personal experience, and I will share two stories before I call on anybody that has a similar story to please come and share with me, because all through the month of May I want to be uploading different hunger stories till the 28th day of May, which is the World Hunger Day, to celebrate World Hunger Day. And what do I mean and how do I mean? What are we celebrating and how are we celebrating it? Number one is this. Let me tell you my personal story. I've cried hunger. I've had some beautiful fun. It's funny now, but it was not funny back then. And I had two experiences. One, I cried silently. The other one, I wailed. When you wail, I who. Number one, the first one was, I was an undergraduate. I think that should be 100 level, and it fell on a Friday. I was expecting money. Money did not come through from home, and it is not these days of we've transferred through USD code or whatever. It's that they sent it through the bank. I was using Afribank. I was using Afribank that year. Yes, I think Afribank. Yes, Afribank. So money did not come through on a Friday. That Friday, I could not go to school. I was staying in Agbowo. I stayed in Agbowo through my stay in UI. I was staying in Agbowo at Adelove. So I could not trek. I was waiting for the money all through the day. The money did not come through. So on that Friday, I did not eat. Saturday, no food for me. I did not eat. There was no means to contact anybody. And my neighbors, they were frying dodo, frying meat, frying all. But like I said, I was just a timid teenager who could not walk up to anybody to say, Alpha, waiting you cook. You know, that kind of a thing. I could not do it. I find myself, it's not pride, but I was not raised that way, and I've never done it in my life before. It felt so strange walking to somebody to tell you that, no, I won't do that. So I stayed indoor. Started from Friday, no food. Saturday, no food. On Sunday, I had to go to fellowship inside campus, and I went to fellowship. We're not that big in my fellowship. My fellowship is just like 10, 12, 14 people. But then I still had people that I could have walked up to say, guy Alpha, see what they happen. But I could not just open my mouth to tell anybody I was hungry, and the hunger was dealing with me. And I remember, I think I even led praise worship that day, or I was one that coordinated the service with empty stomach. Immediately after that, I just faced Z-Call to go and meet my very good friend Abayomi. So I went to Abayomi. I told Abayomi, I've not eaten since Friday. The guy could not believe it. He said, let's go to the cafeteria. Unfortunately for us, we got to the cafeteria. Everybody don't close because it was a Sunday and it was late in the night. We could not, no food. So I had to sleep on hungry stomach. I think he made cornflakes or something for me, and to just sustain me till the following day. I was eating the following day and I was shedding tears. I don't know if it is tears of relief now or tears of whatever, but I shouted that I was shedding tears. And that one was a silent one. Nobody knew. Nobody saw me. Not even Abayomi. But the second one that happened to me, it was still the same Abayomi. I think we're in 300 level that time. That time I've already started stand-up comedy. I was becoming famous. But then it was a long vacation. School was not in session. And I was in Ibadan. So I was home all through. My parents stopped sending me money because they wanted me to come home. But me, I've dropped some proposals in Ibadan to certain radio stations. And I was hoping that they could call me at any point in time. So I could not leave the city. So I was in my house in Agbowo. And I've been hungry for 2 days. The first day, I had Gary and 5 naira. I had 10 naira left with me. I bought 5 naira sugar and I bought 5 naira water. There's this keg of water. You go to Ino's place at Carpenter bus stop to go and fill that keg for 5 naira. I filled my keg with 5 naira water and I bought 5 naira sugar with the little Gary I had. And I was taking that Gary throughout the very first day. I was taking Gary. I was not drinking the Gary. I just poured sugar in the Gary. I was chewing the Gary and drinking water throughout the first day. And then I finished the Gary. The second day, Gary has finished, but I still had water left. The third day, I was still on my bed. I could not stand up. I could not stand up to do anything because I was hungry. And then I had this rechargeable lamp. And 7:45, 7:15, I think, there is this sports teeth beat with Abdul Fattah Oyedeji. So I was listening to Keep On Supporting Sports. When Roti, me, my neighbor, just said, Egbon, want to be sports? Just entered into my room with a bowl of rice and beans with fish. And unfortunately, that thing was now smelling exactly like my mom's own. It just brought back different memories. I was looking at him, he was eating. He didn't know anything was happening to me. I could not tell him. We were close, but I just could not open my mouth to tell him that I was hungry. And Rotimi sat on my bed. He was eating. I was on the bed too. I was sad. I was also listening. We're talking. And then his mom called him, Rotimi. And then he said, Egbon Mombo. He dropped the food and he stepped out of. I was looking at that bowl of rice and beans and the fish, and tears were coming out of my eyes naturally. I did not cry, I did not wail at that point. So at some point, just quickly rushed. I said, Mommy, don't send me message. I beg. I won't carry. He just carried his food and he left. And I never knew something bad happened to me until my friend, this same Abayomi again, he was also coming to Ibadan during the holiday, so he had to stay in my place at Agbowo because hostel was on lock and keys. So he came to my house. And I was explaining to Abayomi what happened. I said, Abayomi, Mori onje, omi dem polo me. I saw food and tears were strolling down my cheeks. The guy was just like, oh, serious. The moment he started laughing like this, I could not control myself. Just like if a switch was flipped, I started wailing. I'm not eating. The guy was shocked. He just said, don't worry. See, we are going to buy food tomorrow. I'm not sure I remember this thing, but that moment for me it was something else. And the following day we went to Bodija Market. We bought beans, bought a lot of things, but I cannot forget that day because, like I said, I shed tears. Not shedding tears. Now I was wailing as if somebody died because I was hungry and yet I could not speak out. Those were my own personal experiences. Now let me share 2 more stories. These stories are not mine. I've shared this idea with some of my senior brothers, my egbons, and they also shared their personal experience. Number 1 was with one brother that I called Bros Destiny. He said he has rented a BQ, and then there's a family living in the main building. They were just 2 in the compound. He was at the BQ, the family was in front. He said he has been hungry for 2 or 3 days, and they are not that friendly with it. He's not that friendly with this family. He could not walk up to them to say, Alpha, give me food. He said after they left for office that day, he was so hungry and he was peeping through their window. He said he saw a loaf, sliced bread, half sliced bread. You know that it has they've ate part of the eye of the sliced bread. It was on their dining table. He said he had tools. What did he do? He said he took a hammer. He can't go carry what they call him. He shall remove the net, remove the louvers. Now went to bring rake, where they take the rake grass, stretched it inside their house and picked the bread from the dining table and just gently pull it out. So when it was done, he put the louvers back, he renailed the net and everything. So he said till tomorrow he knows that when the family came back from office, they'll be wondering, bread, what happened, how the bread disappeared will be a mystery for them till tomorrow. That is how much hunger can appeal to the criminal part of our mind if it's not well taken care of, and how far people can go when they were hungry. The second one was another brother of mine, Mr. Sam. He said he had been hungry for 2 days. He had beans, but no kerosene. He had beans, but no kerosene. So they were waiting for NEPA to bring light. First day, he said his junior brother was with him. Second day, NEPA no bring light for Agbo that year. Say when it was getting to the evening of the third day, he called his brother. He said, put some clothes inside your bag. He also carried his own backpack, put some clothes inside the bag. Say, is your school ID card with you? He said, yes. I think they are from College of Education or Yo. Said they put their ID card on their neck and they went to Agbo Express Junction. He said he told his brother, just be looking at me. Say he first approached somebody, said, please, we are students from Oyo. We have come to see our brother in Ibadan. Our brother is not around. So please, kidiko. After a lot of stories, said the person just gave them, I think 10 naira or 20 naira. Said he told his brother, see, now so we go shop tonight too. Say he passed this side, the brother went through this side, and they started begging for money. Not that kind of creative bara. They started begging for money, and at the end of it all, they made like maybe 100 and something. Said they bought kerosene, they bought bread to eat the beans. Said they cooked the beans. The moment they sat like this with the bread to start eating, NEPA brought light. He said his brother started laughing and he started crying because he never imagined himself begging for money in his life. Say it was funny to his brother that, can you imagine this NEPA that we've been waiting for 2 days? The brother started laughing, but for him, he just started shedding tears. And the brother was confused that, why are you crying? Say, after Timothy Lotoro, the day he was telling me this story, he was almost shedding tears again because he said he never expected it in his life that he would beg for money. And these are some of the funny stories I've come across. I know that as I'm saying this story, you are remembering. I've had a lot, and I know that people have a lot. So if you have a hunger story, a funny hunger story that you would like to share, for 2 reasons, so that people will know that your neighbor, that boy in your neighborhood that's always greeting you, he may not have eaten for like 2 days. And for the boy too, you are not helping yourself. You have to speak out because people cannot, belle no be show glass. They need to know you. So if you have a funny hunger story and you would love to share with me, I've shared mine. I will love to hear your own too. If you have any of such story to share with me, please feel free to contact me through the number on this screen. I will invite you over to come and share your own story just this way, this same format, so the whole world can know that anybody can be hungry at any point, at any time. It does not define you, and you just have to do what you have to do to survive. But then, if you are going through it, do yourself a favor, speak out. We had a slogan that year: ask your neighbor, ask your friends, ask your colleague, you don't chop. Because if I've not eaten for 2 days and someone just asked me stylishly, Aga Alpha, you don't chop, I was like, guy, I never chop, not that kind of a thing. And the campaign was just that you don't need to have too much. The little you have, be willing to share with someone. And I think this message is more needed now because of the economic situation of the country. A lot of people are hungry and you will not know. So if you have enough to go around, please share. We had a song that year that was recorded by Riro Bless the Beat, and it's called Someone is Hungry, which was the campaign theme for that year. Someone is hungry and is still very hungry. Look around and be your brother's keeper. If you have a hunger story to share, please reach out to me. I'll be willing to put you in front of the camera. Come and share your own story just like I have shared mine. My name is Afouda Samuel, and Afouda's Hunger Initiative is not back, but then it's not gone. But we want to renew something about it this year. Thank you. God bless you. Don't forget, somebody is hungry. Someone is hungry in your neighborhood, in your church, in your fellowship, in your compound. Please be observant and be willing to lend a helping hand the best way you can. Thank you. God bless you. Thanks for watching.